It's understood that Hollywood sells Californication. Hey, a surgeon very well to break the spell of aging. Celebrity skin, is this your gender? Is that war you're waging? Firstborn unicorn, hardcore, softcore. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Mary McGill, be my ferry to the world, be my very own constellation. A teenage bride with a baby inside, getting high on information. And buy me a star on the boulevard, it's Californication. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. In Cobain, can you hear the sphere singing songs off station to station? And Alderon's not far away, it's Californication.
Andy Valley, are you there, Andy Valley? I'm waiting for my student, Manny.
Born and raised by those who praise control of population. Everybody's been there and I don't need no vacation. Firstborn unicorn, hardcore, softcore. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication.
Good morning, Bia. Good morning, Ana Paula.
Good morning.
Good morning, Leo.
Good morning. I don't know if you know this, Bia, but our class right now is just a regular class. You have to show yourself.
No, teacher. No, I can't. I just woke up.
So,
No, I'm shy to show my face on a screen. And another thing is that I don't have a camera.
oh, yeah, right. Okay. Okay, I'll pretend I believe you. Okay, Brian, you stealing Brian's, no, Brian's excuse. No, that's not his excuse. Another student excuse.
And actually, I broke my phone, so I'm using the computer. So I really don't have a camera.
Okay, nice. It's a very, it's a perfect excuse, right? Let me tell you guys a secret. One of the students, like there was this student in another class of another teacher, it's not me, that the student kept telling the teacher that his camera didn't work. And the teacher asked, open the camera. Then he opened the camera, it was all black. It was a bad image and everything. And then fine, he's like, okay, all right, it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Then he had a problem. And then he took a picture of the screen. The Zoom was showing a different message or something. So he took a picture of the screen, right, of his computer and sent it to people in the front desk, girls. And then she sent it to the teacher, and then the teacher saw that he put like a post-it. He put like a post-it in the screen. So when he tried to open the camera, then it would show like a blank image. So that was clever, but not. That was clever in a way, but then he got caught in the act. Do you guys understand my story? Yes or no? Are you there, guys? Bia? Paula? Paula?
Oi.
Are you listening? Can you hear me, Paula? Can you hear me?
Yes.
How about Bia? Bia, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I have to leave my room just a while, but I'm back.
Oh, okay, you're back. Okay. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's start. There's only 2 of you. It could be, oh, Brian is here. I know that it's raining heavily out there. So maybe some students are having problems, right? They're having bad connections. Did you guys have this problem this morning? Do you know? No, right? I was in my first class, in my class from 8 to 10:30. Even my power went out. So it was quite stressful. All right, but please, guys, please participate. Please ask. Please, let's join. Let's really join our class, because it's really boring when you're teaching and you don't see anybody. You guys don't interact. You guys don't say anything. Okay. All right. Let's start with this main question, with this question right here. How would you like to be a picker? But before I ask that, I would like to ask Braine what a picker is. What is a picker? Braine. Braine, are you there? Okay, all right. I asked you a question. What is a picker, Braine? Do you have any idea? Do you want to
work?
It's a job. You think it's a job? Is a kind of job?
Yeah.
It is. It is a job. I mean, in a way that you can make money as a picker. Okay, Giovanna, are you there, Giovanna? Giovanna.
Yes.
All right, nice, Giovanna. Do you know what a picker is? Do you have any idea what a picker is, Giovanna?
I don't know.
Do you have like any clue? Like if you look at the image. Does the image gives you a slight clue? Sorry.
Manual work with cars or something.
Not really. It could involve cars. It could involve cars. Anybody there? Anybody knows? Bia, do you know? Ana Paula, do you know what a picker is?
I have no idea, but because of the title, I think that he transformed the things that he got, like I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
All right. I was hoping that maybe you guys saw here.
I watched a video about a person looking for things em, how can I say, ferro velho.
Now you got me. You got me. I know what it is, but I forgot.
All the pieces in many places looking for this space for bear and about after how can I say vender sell.
Well, yeah, you got it, Paula. You got it. I was hoping that by looking at the title of this video, you could figure out. It says there's a TV show called American Pickers. A picker is a person. Remember last class we were talking about fads from the 80s and 90s and 70s, and then we moved, and then the subject moved towards antiques, right? Antiques thing, and we ended our class with an activity that you were the owner of an antique store, and you had a buyer, the other one was the owner, and so on. So continuing this unit, a picker is a person, like Paula explained it, that buys things that apparently has no value, are not worth anything. He buys really cheap. He restores it. Sometimes he restores, a lot of times restores, like clean or do some detail work in it and resell it for a profit, okay? And this specific show, American Pickers, these guys go for antique stuff, antique things that are valuable. They're really old, but people don't know they're valuable, you know? And these guys go buy for cheap, restore it, and then sell it for a margin, for a profit, okay? So let's watch this specific episode when they buy things from this guy in his garage. It's like an old garage. I don't know if it's a garage or a barn. It feels more like a barn than anything else, but let's watch it.
Danny gives us a lead, and we're going to see this guy named Michael. His dad was a big car collector, has all kinds of cars, plus Mike collects stuff too.
Hey, you Mike?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Mike too.
It's all my grandfather's fault when it comes to being a collector. He was the closest thing to a picker that I knew. He just liked stuff. I went with Grandpa all the time. It was just so much fun.
Ooh, what's this? Ha 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 ha. La 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 la.
Look, legs on this table, Frankie.
The legs are just so ornate.
Ah, it's broken. One's broke off. Oh, man.
Look at that thing.
It broke off?
Yeah, is it here? I got legs on that thing. No, it's just gone.
Oh, it's gone?
They're bolted to this piece of wood. Look at those legs, though.
How about this three-legged table? Do you sell this?
Absolutely.
I'll give you 20 bucks a leg. If I find the other leg, I'll give you 50 for that one, because that's the money shot.
Fair enough.
All right, so right now I'm into you for 60.
What about this frame here?
Yeah.
I mean, it's in pretty decent shape. It's got a little bit of cracking on the sides, but still pretty nice.
It is.
You know, framing is expensive these days. I don't know the last time you got something framed, but it's very expensive. This one's very nice. It's early 1900s.
20 bucks?
Let's make it 25.
25 it is.
Here's the pool ball rack. Some detail in it.
Look at that. Look at that.
This pool ball rack would be a great accessory for anybody that collects vintage pool tables. Through the dirt and grime, I can barely see a little bit of inlay. How about the pool ball rack?
Wow. I'm thinking 25.
The right antique pool table can command a lot of money. So can the right cue rack and the right pool ball rack. No, you're way low. I'd do 75.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking
cool.
75.
All right. People that collect pool tables are always looking for the accessories. This is early, and it needs to get the heck out of this barn. We got this. You can grab some of that stuff. It's not as heavy as I thought it'd be.
Mike had a lot of different stuff. He had transportation stuff. He had guns. He had a little bit of everything. Great pick.
We sell some stuff?
You sold some stuff.
Today was a great opportunity to unload a bunch of stuff, especially the things I didn't know about. Frank and Mike came in here. They went ahead and found different things that interested them. And I feel good about it because I've got an opportunity now to move forward a little quicker.
See you guys.
So long.
All right, you guys.
It's like a day-to-day treasure hunt.
Oops, no. No, that was not my intention. All right, guys. So this is a show called American Picker. If you guys are into this, are into antique stuff, about learning how to make money with this thing, or even as a hobby, you can, right? So what do you guys think? Do you guys see that, like, of course this is a show, right? But the guy was saying, oh, how much you want for it? Like, $20. It's like, oh, I'll pay 75. It's like paying more than the guy is actually willing to sell it. Of course this is TV, right? In the real world, do you think he would say, oh, this is too low, pay 75? Do you think people will do that in real life? You think people try not to take advantage of other people? Bia?
I don't know, teacher. It doesn't make sense. It wouldn't happen in the real life, you know, like the guy said it could be lower and he's offering more than the guy expected.
It's kind of TV thing, right? A TV stunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
sure.
feels like a TV stunt, right? People are always trying to bargain to lower the price, not to raise the price, right? All right, now we're gonna do speaking activity, right? Because we're advanced students, and we need to practice, right? The more we practice, learning English is like swimming. The more you do it, the better you become, okay? Do you think you could do this as a job, as a business opportunity, or as a hobby? Let me ask here. David's not here, right? Oh, come on, I missed David. Let me ask, I don't know if girls are into that, but I'm gonna ask Giovanna. Giovanna, do you see yourself as a picker? Because kind of a dirty job, right?
No, I didn't like that.
You don't like that. You don't like getting dirty, right, Giovanna?
Yeah, with that, no.
No, with that. Is there anything you
Yes.
like to get dirty with? Is there any kind of job you wouldn't mind getting dirty?
Carrying off animals.
Oh, okay. Carrying off animals. If you get dirty because there's an animal on the street or something like that, you don't mind.
Yes.
Oh, nice, nice. Okay. Okay, cool. How about you, Brian? I'm gonna ask you, the only guy here. I mean, the only student guy here. Brian, would you do that job for a living or a hobby? Maybe a hobby. Some guys, they like as a hobby. Brian, are you there? Man, sometimes Brian bail on us. He's there, but he isn't. Brian.
I'm sorry.
Come on, man. Let's be in the present moment. Remember, you're in class. This is like class, all right? So, do you see yourself being a picker, maybe doing this kind of job, like looking for antique stuff, for valuable? It doesn't have only to be antique, okay? Anything valuable.
No,
Do you see yourself doing that job?
No.
No, you don't
like this job.
You don't like getting dirty?
Yeah, not why.
Okay. All right, man. I think I would have a blast. Anybody here? Paula, would you have fun doing it? Would you have fun looking for valuable stuff like this?
I believe it is a job.
You would do as a business opportunity?
Yes. No,
Okay.
but the person need experience about this.
Yes, yes. You need to do a lot of research, a lot of experience, right?
Or they choose the pieces, they choose the things.
Yes, yes, that is true. That's why I think it would be fun to do. In my opinion, it would be fun to do because you need to do a lot of research, right? And it's like, it would be like a way to make money and have fun at the same time. All right.
Because
Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
because the person giving money, more money,
Is making more money.
making
money.
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 Uh,
All right. Nice. Bia, do you know what a hoarder is, Bia? Bia, are you there?
No, I don't know what it is.
Does anybody know what a hoarder is? Do you know what a hoarder is, Giovanna?
No.
No? Okay. Hoarder, or the act of hoarding, is it's actually, some people consider a disease, okay? And it could be maybe a psychological disease. It's when a person collects things. Like, you know, there are some people that they cannot see anything and they bring it home.
Yes.
Some people even take things on the street and bring it home. And they bring it to a point that their house becomes a mess. There's so much stuff that even a hazard to live there. Even living in their houses becomes a hazard. Do you know people like that, Giovanna? That does that?
Yes, I have a friend that he doesn't pick in the street, but he buys a lot.
Buys everything he sees and brings it home.
Yes.
And then his house is full of things, full of stuff. He doesn't use it.
Yes.
Okay. Paula, do you know anyone that is a hoarder?
I think in my stepmother.
Your stepmother. Your stepmother's a hoarder? She's a hoarder?
I think because he's
okay. She collects a lot of stuff?
She collects
too much stuff. Okay.
Bags,
how
can I say, embalagem de remédio, essas coisas.
Medicine packages?
Box in the medicine box.
Okay, got it. How about you, Bia? Do you know anybody who is a hoarder?
No, I don't know. I don't know no one.
Okay. I'm gonna say this slow because my wife can't hear, but my father-in-law is a big hoarder. Anyway. All right, so guys, let's go to page 76, shall we? Okay, we're gonna do a role play here, okay? We have 3 situations, okay? Situation, we have student A. You are a picker. You are one of those guys from History Channel that buy stuff from people, all right? You have student B. You are a hoarder, okay? Everything, you have this habit of bringing stuff home, and it got to a point that your partner, okay, can't stand it anymore. And you have situation C, that you are the partner. You are the husband or the wife or whatever, okay? And you can't stand this situation any longer, all right? So I'd like you guys to ask. We have 4 students here. Who wants to participate in this activity? Who wants to participate? Gabi, Ana Paula, Brian, and Giovanna. Who wants to participate?
I'm out this time.
You're out? No. Come on. You're so good at the speaking activities. All right, guys. So I guess, Ana Paula, you are a picker. You said you would like to be a picker, so I'm choosing you as a picker. So student A, okay, guys, page 76. You are student A, Paula. I'm gonna put Brainer as student B. You're the hoarder. You are the guy that likes to collect stuff. And Giovanna, you are the wife. You can't stand this situation any longer. It's too much for you to bear. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a minute to read your role, and then we're going to do a role play in here, right now, live. Okay? Any questions? Any questions? No questions, guys? No questions? Any questions, Brian?
No.
No? Okay, so I'm gonna keep going the Red Hot Chili Peppers Californication. Once we're done with the song, we'll start, okay?
Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Destruction leads to a very rough road, but it also breeds creation. An earthquake's out to a girl's guitar, that's just another good vibration. And tidal waves couldn't save the world from Californication. Hey, I studied very well, the greatest style of aging. Sicker than the rest.
All right, I think it's plenty of time, right? So let's start. Let's start. Paula, you can start, okay? You're a picker. You just got into the house of this couple, okay? And use your imagination to think of things, interesting things these people have. Braine, remember, you're a hoarder. Hoarders, they bring stuff home and they don't like to sell it. And Giovanna, you're the wife. You're gonna have to force him to do it, okay? Let's go. You start, okay, Paula? Paula, are you there? Paula? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, only Paula is not saying anything? Do you think maybe she got disconnected? Okay, Bia, you're gonna have to step up your game. Come on. Let's go. You are the picker. Let's go, Bia. Let's go. Let's negotiate.
I am the picker or
Yeah.
the other Bia?
The picker. You're the picker. You're trying to find some valuable stuff. Just got into
Okay.
the house.
Let me see. Who is who is selling those things? Is Anna?
No, it's Braine is the hoarder. He doesn't want to sell it because he's a hoarder. He wants to keep it. And Giovanna is the wife. She's like forcing Braine to sell those things.
Okay, I got it. So, Brainer, why don't you sell it for me? You can see that you don't need it, and I really need it to my house. I want to do something really great with it to put on my decoration. What do you think?
What, Bia? What?
I don't know. Maybe you could sell me this sofa. Will be really great at my living room. I could make a good offer to you.
Interesting. Giovanna, you need a sofa.
What? I couldn't hear you.
Giovana.
I didn't hear. Uh,
What is the other thing here?
I think that I just want this sofa and maybe the OTV. I could restore it and sell it for a good price.
How much?
For this sofa, I think $100. And for the TV, I don't know. Since it's too old, maybe 150.
I will buy the TV.
What? Brainer, can you repeat? Can you repeat? I didn't listen.
I will buy the TV.
You're selling.
Oh my God, I'm selling.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So, the sofa.
How much do you want for the sofa?
$13.
13? Okay, let's do it. I think it'll work. Yeah. And how about the TV?
$15.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna buy those.
you have to buy more. That's a lot of stuff here.
What else do you have, Giovanna, that I can buy? I want to do a vintage living room.
There's a mountain of junk here. We have an old radio and lots of old stuff.
Yeah, I think that I could take the radio too. What do you think about $50 for it?
That's a good tip.
That's a deal.
All right, nice guys, nice stuff. Okay,
I'm
Brian.
confused, teacher, because I think I need the picture.
Yeah, but remember I told you you're student B. You're student B. All you had to do was to read the script, okay? But that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. No problem. All right. So, one man's trash is another man's treasure. We just did this activity, and now we're going to grammar talk. Talk about reporting verbs, right? Reporting verbs. Okay.
Leo,
yes.
sorry, my headphone is broken. I changed it for other.
Okay, Paul. Okay, that's fine. We did the activity. Bia took your place. So we did the activity, okay? Bia was the picker. By the way, Gabriel is in the house. Welcome, Gabriel.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Let me ask you guys here. Do you guys know anything about Bia, the other Bia Leal, right? Bia Leal?
Alves.
Alves. Do you know anything? Do you know why she's not showing up for classes?
I don't know, teacher. Last class, she wasn't home.
She wasn't home.
Yeah,
okay.
But today I don't know.
Can you guys, one of you, put it in a group, in your group, like tell, hey, teacher Lee was asking why you're not showing up in our classes. Neither FCE nor the master's one. All right, and see what she responds. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and do activity 1. This is a review. I think you guys saw reporting verbs during pre-advanced 2 classes. Pre-advanced, yes. Expansion 2 classes, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a quick review of reporting verbs, okay? So all you guys have to do in activity 1, Gabriel, since you got here now, we were on page 76. Now we're moving backwards to page 74, okay? Can you underline? Guys, just go ahead and underline the reporting verbs in those sentences. Okay? It's a quick activity. It shouldn't take long. Should take like a minute. All right? If you guys don't understand the task, please make yourself heard. Let me know when you guys are done, okay? Shouldn't take long. I'm sure it's gonna be super quick. All right, let's go ahead and check it. Ana Paula, are you there? Are you there now?
Yes.
Okay, so the first sentence, what is the reporting verb in the first sentence?
Admitted.
Admitted, very good.
Admitted.
No, admitted, that's the reporting verb, okay? That's the reporting. The reported verbs are verbs that we use to report something that happened or something that someone said or other actions, okay? So admitted, good. Bia, what is this in the second sentence?
Insisted.
Insisted, very good. Braine, what's in the third? The third sentence.
I don't know, teacher. I'm sorry.
Okay, this is a very usual one. It's used a lot. The two most used is asked, right? Asked and told. These two are very simple or very plain. Those are very plain. Number 4, okay, what's number 4?
Offered.
Offered, nice. Okay, but the third one is asked. Okay, Brian, can you believe my neighbor actually asked me for my internet password? Next one is Giovanna. Can you say the next one? Brian said offered. The next one.
Blames.
Blames, very good. Gabriel, next one.
Congratulated.
Congratulated. Bia, next one.
Encouraged.
Encouraged. And Paula, the last one.
Buying?
No, denied. Okay. All right. So reporting verbs. These verbs are used to report something someone said or something that someone did. Okay. So pay attention to this. Mark denied buying those horrible lamps. What was the action? Buying those horrible lamps. Who did it? Mark, even though he denied. So the action was like that. He said he didn't do it. Denied is the same as he's claiming that he didn't do it, but we don't know for sure. Okay. All right. So let's watch this video. Help us review the rules about reporting verbs, and actually help us to make our vocabulary more rich using those specific type of verbs. Okay, and then we'll discuss more after the video.
6 minutes vocabulary from bbclearningenglish.com.
Hello, welcome to 6 Minute Vocabulary with me, Catherine.
And me, Neil. In this program, we're looking at reporting verbs. They're verbs that we use when we talk about what someone else has said.
So, verbs like suggest, deny, and insist. Let's start by listening to Simon, and Simon is a political news reporter.
And while you're listening to Simon's news report, here's a question for you to think about.
Why did the minister lie in her previous interview?
In a previous interview, the minister had denied knowing anything about the scandal. However, she later apologised for saying this and admitted that she had lied. She insisted that she had not intended to cause any harm and suggested that it had been necessary to protect certain important public figures. When advised to reconsider her position, she had initially demanded to know why, but eventually offered to resign.
We asked, why did the minister lie in her previous interview?
And the answer is, she suggested that it had been necessary to protect certain important public figures.
Scandal. Now, it's interesting that the report uses the verb suggested. So why didn't Simon use said? She said that.
Well, suggested tells us that the minister said it, but not in a very strong or direct way. And that's because she didn't want to embarrass the important public figures.
And that's an example of why reporting verbs are useful. We can always use say, tell, or ask, but other reporting verbs express slightly different meanings and attitudes.
Yes, they do. So reporting verbs make your writing or speaking more accurate and more interesting too. Now, listen for more reporting verbs in this clip.
In a previous interview, the minister had denied knowing anything about the scandal. However, she later apologised for saying this and admitted that she had lied.
So, we heard denied knowing anything. Denied has a negative meaning. It means she said she didn't know anything about the scandal.
Yes, but then she apologised for saying this. She said she was sorry for saying this.
And lastly, she admitted that she had lied. Admit is the opposite of deny. It means you say that something is true. We usually use admit when someone has to say that something is true, although they would prefer not to.
And now on to the next clip.
She insisted that she had not intended to cause any harm and suggested that it had been necessary to protect certain important public figures.
There we heard the verb insisted. To insist means to say something strongly, especially when other people say something different.
Yes, so the minister said strongly that it was incorrect that she'd intended to cause harm.
Now, we've already looked at the verb suggest, but it's worth noticing that insist, suggest and admit are all followed by a that clause in the news report.
Yes, so for example, she suggested that it had been necessary. But we often leave the word that out, so She suggested it had been necessary.
Other reporting verbs have different patterns. Some verbs are followed by a verb plus ing, such as deny.
And some are followed by to plus an infinitive. And you'll hear 3 examples of this in our final clip.
When advised to reconsider her position, she had initially demanded to know why, but eventually offered to resign.
Right, we heard advised, which means told, but in a polite or indirect way.
And demanded, which means asked in a slightly aggressive way.
Oh, and finally, she offered to resign. So she said that she was willing to resign if that's what people wanted.
6 minutes vocabulary
from BBC Learning English.
Right. Okay, you guys. So, this was a quick review and a quick explanation of some of these reporting verbs. Okay, so let's go ahead and do activity 2 of our book. Activity 2, we study the examples in activity 1 and use the reporting verbs to complete the chart. Okay, so you have these options here from 1 to 8. And they are related. I think I can't read from my book. Let me see here if this is easier. Okay, there it is. Wow, it's really bad. Okay, so you just have to put what the verbs are related to their meaning right here. Okay, and you have the language pill that it can help you as well. Do you guys have any questions about this task? Any questions, people?
No.
No? Okay, all right. So I'm gonna keep playing. Do you guys want to listen to anything else besides Red Hot, or is this good enough? No? No answer, so I'll just keep going.
There is no test, but this is what you're craving. First born unicorn, hardcore softball. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Let me know when you guys are done, okay, guys? Are you done?
Can we check it?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
All right, cool. Gabriel, why don't you start? What's number 1?
Encourage.
Encourage. Very good, Gabriel. Very good. Let me put it over here. Somebody to do something, okay? Encourage. Oh, that's not the meaning. Sorry about that. That's the continuing. That's how you use the verb. I encourage somebody to do something, okay? Number 2, Bia.
Admit or deny, I think.
Deny.
Deny?
Yeah, deny doing. Remember in the video she said the verb deny comes with the ing, the next verb with the ing form.
Yes.
Okay, deny. Very good. Number 3, Braine.
Insist. Size.
No. It would be offer. You offer to do something. Okay. She offered me to pick up my kids in school. Okay. All right. Insist would be on something. She insisted on picking up my kids in school. All right. Number 4, Paula.
I think
Number 4.
admitted.
I'm sorry?
Admitted.
No, it would be ask. Okay,
Yes.
ask. Okay, I ask to do something. Okay, number 5, Giovanna.
Insisted.
Insist. Yes, insist. This verb insist comes with this continuation. Insisted on doing something. Number 6, Gabriel.
Congratulated.
Congratulate, the verb congratulate, when you use that way, you congratulate somebody on something, okay? She congratulated, the teacher congratulated Gabriel on being such a good student. Number 7, Bia.
Blame.
Blame, blame, very nice. And finally, number 8, Braine.
Teacher.
There's only one option. If you,
But I'm
only.
writing. I don't know. I didn't this.
All right, follow, man, follow. When you're giving the answers, you go and write, and this way you know. The last one is admit. You admit that something happened. Okay, so he admitted stealing. He admitted stealing money from the community. Okay. All right. Now, the next activity, activity 3, I know it says there to write 5 things that people did or said, okay? But I'm gonna ask each one of you to write only one. Think about something that happened in the last week or so, last couple of days or so, and write using reporting verbs. I'm gonna ask you guys to not use asked. I mean, these three more simple ones: asked, said, and told. Okay, don't use those 3. Use more complex one, more sophisticated one, more detailed one, like encouraged, denied, offered, insisted, congratulated, and blamed. Okay, or others that you guys might be thinking. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple of minutes to do this activity. Any songs you wanna listen to? Anything, you guys? Anything?
Can you put Tootsie Slide?
This is light.
Tootsie Slide. T-O-O-S-I-E. S. In the first one.
2C slide.
2C slide, yeah.
All right, okay. Let's listen. Only one sentence, okay, guys? Only one. Great.
Black leather glove, no sequins. Buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody got a piece in it. Gotta dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we bout to slide. Hey, can't let this one slide. Hey. Don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could get you the passion. It's a thriller in a track. Where we from? Baby, don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could get you satisfaction. And you know we out here every day with it. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we bout to slide. Hey, can't let this one slide. Hey. 2,000 shorties wanna tie the knot, hey, yeah. 200 shooters on my brother's block, oh, yeah. Pedal off the roads like I love it, not, maybe not. I don't know what's wrong with me, I can't stop, oh, yeah. Won't stop, oh, yeah, never stop. Got so many ops, I be mistaken ops for other ops. Got so many people that I love out of trouble spots. Other than the family, I got it's either you or me. That's just how I think it's either you or me. This life got too deep for you, baby. 2 or 3 of us about to creep where they stayin'. Black leather glove, no sequins. Buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody got a piece in it. Gotta dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we bout to.
Oh my gosh, I hope you guys are done. You done, guys? Are you done, Bia, Gabriel, Paula, Brian, and Giovanna?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
I admitted, Bia, that I didn't know the meaning of this word "tootsie." I knew what "tootsie" meant, but "tootsie," I was like, I had to Google it, you know? And it's not pretty. Okay, do you know what a "tootsie" is, Bia?
No, I listened this song, but I really don't know the meaning of these words in particular.
Well, that made me feel good. I hope makes you feel good as well. "Tootsie" is a word created by Drake, okay, which means the same. It has the same meaning of the word "tang." Do you know what "tang" is?
No.
Don't beat yourself up. Don't feel bad, because "tang" is another word created by Drake, okay, which means that a woman is very attractive, okay.
Okay.
But usually he uses this word for what, like the side chick. They call it side chick. It's a mistress or something like that. A very attractive mistress. So just so you know, it's English, right? It's culture. So it's important to learn about the cultural part. Giovanna, can you read your sentence, please?
My sister blames the rain for the bad internet.
Okay. She sure does. Nice. Gabriel, can you say yours?
My father encouraged me to wake up earlier.
And my father encourages me to wake up early, right? Every morning?
Yeah.
Nice. Brian, yours.
He asked it to my mother if she will buy the car.
I'm sorry, Brian, can you repeat that?
He asked it to my mother if she will buy the car.
Yeah, remember I asked you not to use those specific ones. Asked, said, and told. Why did I ask that? Because they're very simple, okay? It's important that we practice other ones, okay? Paula, why don't you read yours, Paula? Paula, are you there? I think she's having some problems again. Bia, why don't you read yours, Bia?
My math teacher insisted on putting 5 different subjects on the test.
Okay. All right, cool. Nicely done, guys. So let's go straight to the next activity. Activity 4. Listen to the conversation in track 19 and check the best options to report these conversations, okay? There's 3 different conversations, all right? So shall we go? This is track number 19, okay? Activity 4, okay, guys? You have situation 1. My wife blamed me for the disappearance of her camera. My husband admitted that he threw my camera away. Situation 2, my uncle encouraged me to buy an old car. I congratulated my nephew on buying an old car. And number 3, I invited my friend to have lunch with me. My friend insisted that I joined her for lunch. Okay, you had to choose the best situation for each conversation.
Unit 5, Grammar Talk. Reporting verbs and their characteristics. Activity 4. Conversation 1.
What's going on here? What is this mess?
I've decided to clean the garage. I had no idea we had so much stuff piled up in here.
Have you seen my old camera? I remember it was here.
No, I found lots of old pictures, but no cameras.
What do you mean, no cameras? It has to be there.
It's not. I cleared everything out.
So you must have trashed it.
What?
That's right. If it's not your stuff, you just don't care about it.
Hey, come on, Julia. Wait up. Conversation 2.
So, what'd you think?
I love it.
Really? I was sure you're going to say precisely the opposite.
Why? Am I supposed to be the voice of reason?
Something like that.
Look, kid, the car is not in pristine condition. It's a little rusty and banged up, but it's still good for a 1968 model. Plus, you wouldn't have the money to get this car had it been restored.
That's true.
There's a lot of work to be done on the car, but you can manage most of it, and I can see in your eyes you've already fallen in love with it.
So what you're saying is...
What I'm saying is, go ahead. Conversation 3.
Mike, is that you?
Hi, Sally. It's great to see you here. Doing some holiday shopping?
Yes, I'm looking for a present for a friend. What about you, Mike?
I'm just running some errands.
Well, I was about to stop for lunch. Why don't you join me?
Oh, no. You seem to be very busy.
Nonsense. We haven't talked in ages. Come, let's grab a bite to eat.
I really shouldn't. You see,
Look, whatever your excuse, I don't want to hear it. We're having lunch together. Come on, it's my treat.
Okay, you win.
Pretty easy, right, guys? You're having problems with your microphone, Paula. Okay, I kind of noticed that. I noticed that we were unable to communicate. But did you hear well, Paula? Were you able to listen to our activity? Please write it in the chat, guys. That was fairly easy. Do you guys want to listen one more time? What do you think? Or do you think we could go on from here?
I'm good.
Giovanna, Brian, Bia.
It's okay.
You guys are okay? You guys are okay? All right, nice. Okay, so number one, what's the best choice for number one? A or B?
A.
A, nice, nice, nice. Number two, what's the best choice for two? A or B?
A.
A.
A,
A
nice.
again.
And number three, what is the best choice?
B. B.
B. B. Very good, guys. Ana Paula is re-entering. Nice. Okay. All right, moving on, guys. Let's go to the next section. Next section is our sound spot section. What a difference stress makes. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about stressed syllables in words and what a difference it makes. All right, so let's go ahead and do activity one. Use these words to complete the pairs of sentences below. Okay, so we have 10 pairs here from 1 to 10, and you guys need to use the words right here. This activity right here, activity one. All right, you have this words right here, right? And you have from 1 to 10, you have to find the words that fit better in these sentences. Okay, so fill the gaps in. Do you guys have any questions about the task? Any questions? Anybody?
No.
David, you just got here, buddy. How you doing?
Hello, I'm fine.
Hi, we are on page 75, okay, pal?
Okay.
Page 75, activity one, okay? You have a list here of words here in this blue line here, and you have to find which words fit better in each pair of sentence, okay? So I'm gonna allow you guys a few minutes. So while we're doing, we're going to listen to this song, "To-See Slide" from Drake.
Slide, hey, can't let this one slide, hey. Two-C slide, then I hit it double time, then I hit a spin, cause we spun that block a couple times. If it's not the right time, there'll always be another time. I'm not even tripping, we'll just see him in the summertime, whoa, yeah. Can't describe the pressure I be putting on myself, yeah. Really, I just can't afford to lose nobody else, yeah. If they moving shaky, we just do the shit ourselves, well. If I'm moving shaky, Chelsea do the shit himself, yeah. Solo niggas on a YOLO for real. Heard a lot about you, but we don't know for real. Next time, guarantee the truth will get revealed. Black leather glove, no sequins. Yeah, buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody got a piece in it. Gotta dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we bout to slide. Hey, can't let this one slide. Hey. Don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could get you the passion. It's a thriller in the track. Where we from? Baby, don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could get you satisfaction. And you know we out here every day with it. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we about to slide. Who's back?
So, do you guys need a few more minutes? What?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, all right. Cool, cool. Any other song, Bia? Roddy Rick.
I don't know. Sunday Best?
A mix of Drake. You want a mix of Drake?
Can be.
Let me see.
I don't know a lot of songs from him.
The only one I know is that one. Na 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 na. Anyway, Ed Sheeran, South of the Border. Never heard this song in my life. Camila Cabello and Cardi B.
She got the brown eyes, caramel thighs, long hair, no wedding ring. Hey, I saw you looking from across the way, and now I really wanna know your name. She got the white dress, but when she's wearing less, man, you know that she drives me crazy. The brown eyes, beautiful smile, you know I love watching you do your thing. I love her hips, curves, lips say the words. Te amo, mommy, I kiss her. This love is like a dream. So join me in this bed that I'm in. Push up on me and sweat, darling. So I'm gonna put my time in. I won't stop until the angels sing. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me.
Giving me signs that he really wants to know my name. Hey, I saw you looking from across the way, and suddenly I'm glad I came. Ay, ven para acá, quiero bailar, toma mi mano. Quiero sentir tu cuerpo en mí, estás temblando. Green eyes, shaking your time, and I will know we'll never be the same. I love his lips, cause he says the words. Te amo, mami, te amo, mami. Don't wake up, this love is like a dream.
So join me in this bed that I'm in. Push up on me and sweat, darling. So I'm gonna put my time in. I won't stop until the angels sing. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me. Floss in a green field, little Buenos Aires until the sun's rising. We won't stop until the angels sing. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me.
You never live till you risk your life. You wanna shine, you gotta get more eyes. Am I your lover or I'm just your vice? A little crazy, but I'm just your type. You want the lips and the curves, need the whips and the furs and the diamonds I prefer. In my closet, his and hers. Ayy, he want the little mamacita margarita. I think the egg got a little jungle fever. Ayy, you want more than something boring. Legs up and tongue out, Michael Jordan. Go exploring, something foreign. Bust it up in rainforest if you pouring. Yeah, kiss me like you need me, bump me like a genie. Pull up to my spot in Lamborghini, cause you gotta see me, never leave me. You gotta.
Greatest song. All right, guys, let's go ahead and check. You think you guys have had time to do it? Giovanna, were you able to do everything?
Not everything.
Not everything. How about you, Braine? Braine, are you there?
I don't complete, teacher.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and let's listen. Let's listen to the answers, okay? And then you guys can complete and check if you guys got it right, got it wrong. If the one's missing, you can complete, okay? But pay close attention to the pronunciation of those words, okay? Really important.
Unit 5, Sound Spot. What a difference stress makes. Number 1. I like to record my memories on video so I can see them years later.
There is no record of this piece in the inventory. It must have been misplaced.
Number 2.
Taylor will present his new business plan during this afternoon's meeting.
This coffee table was a present from my grandparents. Number 3. If you don't want to contract any rare diseases, take vaccines before traveling to any exotic places.
We closed the deal but didn't sign a contract.
Number 4.
The workers decided to rebel against the manager's decision.
Mike's been a rebel all his life. Number 5. I'm afraid this image software will conflict with the new graphic interface.
We couldn't reach an agreement. There was a major conflict of interests.
Number 6.
I strongly object to being forced into a deal.
This object is nearly 300 years old. Number 7. We project these properties will double in value in the next 5 years.
This home restoration project has been very demanding.
Number 8.
The lawyers decided to contest the judge's decision.
Check out this old badge from a pie eating contest. Number 9. He will conduct an investigation to find out more about this old manuscript.
His conduct throughout this crisis has been admirable.
Number 10.
It will take a moment for the software to process all these images.
The process of restoring an old painting like this one can take years.
All right. Let's listen one more time. Maybe that was too fast. Maybe you guys didn't understand some of it. I'm going to repeat.
Unit 5, Sound Spot. What a difference stress makes. Number 1. I like to record my memories on video so I can see them years later.
There is no record of this piece in the inventory. It must have been misplaced.
Number 2.
Taylor will present his new business plan during this afternoon's meeting.
This coffee table was a present from my grandparents. Number 3. If you don't want to contract any rare diseases, take vaccines before traveling to any exotic places.
We closed the deal but didn't sign a contract.
Number 4.
The workers decided to rebel against the manager's decision.
Mike's been a rebel all his life. Number 5. I'm afraid this image software will conflict with the new graphic interface.
We couldn't reach an agreement. There was a major conflict of interests.
Number 6.
I strongly object to being forced into a deal.
This object is nearly 300 years old. Number 7. We project these properties will double in value in the next 5 years.
This home restoration project has been very demanding.
Number 8.
The lawyers decided to contest the judge's decision.
Check out this old badge from a pie eating contest. Number 9. He will conduct an investigation to find out more about this old manuscript.
His conduct throughout this crisis has been admirable.
Number 10.
It will take a moment for the software to process all these images.
The process of restoring an old painting like this one can take years.
Okay, so hopefully you guys were able to do the big majority, if not all. All right. And let me ask you this. What do you think? Are these words nouns or verbs? What do you think? What do you think, Gabriel? Are these words nouns or verbs?
It's half of them are nouns and half of them verbs.
Okay. Do you agree with that statement, Bia?
Yes.
You do? Okay. All right, let's listen one more time. All right, let's listen one more time. And this time in activity 3, you're going to listen and highlight the stressed syllable. Okay, the stressed syllable. All right, and then try to figure out the pronunciation of those words. Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but they pronounce differently. Okay, and that changes something in them. All right, but let's focus now on pronouncing and highlighting the stressed syllable every time you guys hear those words. Okay, that's the focus of the activity now.
Unit 5, Sound Spot. What a difference stress makes. Number 1. I like to record my memories on video so I can see them years later.
There is no record of this piece in the inventory. It must have been misplaced.
Number 2.
Taylor will present his new business plan during this afternoon's meeting.
This coffee table was a present from my grandparents. Number 3. If you don't want to contract any rare diseases, take vaccines before traveling to any exotic places.
We closed the deal but didn't sign a contract.
Number 4.
The workers decided to rebel against the manager's decision.
Mike's been a rebel all his life. Number 5. I'm afraid this image software will conflict with the new graphic interface.
We couldn't reach an agreement. There was a major conflict of interests.
Number 6.
I strongly object to being forced into a deal.
This object is nearly 300 years old. Number 7. We project these properties will double in value in the next 5 years.
This home restoration project has been very demanding.
Number 8.
The lawyers decided to contest the judge's decision.
Check out this old badge from a pie eating contest. Number 9. He will conduct an investigation to find out more about this old manuscript.
His conduct throughout this crisis has been admirable.
Number 10.
It will take a moment for the software to process all these images.
The process of restoring an old painting like this one can take years.
Okay. Now, David, let me ask you this. Is there a difference in pronunciation for those words, David?
I think yes, but it's hard to see.
It's hard to notice what the difference is?
Yes, a little.
Okay, how about you, Gabriel? Was it a little easier for you to identify the pronunciation?
I guess so.
Okay, what is it then? What have you noticed?
The verb, the stress syllable, syllable, right?
Uh-huh.
Is at the end of the word. And
Okay.
the noun is at the start.
Very good, Gabriel. So this is the rule, guys. This is the rule. Sometimes words, they have different meanings and they change the way you pronounce them. Okay, so sometimes they can be a verb, sometimes they can be a noun. Okay, so these are great examples. For example, when you use as a verb, the second syllable is the syllable in the end is going to make it sound like a verb. So contract, conflict, project. So you're projecting something. But when you talk about a project, then when it comes in the beginning, the first syllable of the word, then it transforms into a noun. Okay? Do you guys have any questions about this? Did you guys understand the whole task? Paula? Paula? Nothing? Brainer, do you have any questions, Brainer?
No.
No, it's so low, Brainer. Your microphone is very low, okay? Can barely hear you. And Bia, any questions, Bia?
No, any questions, teacher?
No questions. Okay. Anybody else? Any question? David, did you understand now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break. All right. And when we come back, we go for a reading activity. Okay. Secondhand shopping on page 77. Okay. So it's 12:01, 12:11. We'll be back. Okay. Go ahead, drink some water, go to your cafeteria, your home cafeteria, drink some coffee, some soda, some water, whatever you want to do.
You can buy brands that are normally very expensive and get really high quality garments for a fraction of the price and save a lot of money at the same time. For example, I bought a dress that was $1 whole and it had the price tag on it still, and I believe it was over $130 retail. And I will say that there's a huge difference that I've noticed in the secondhand clothing shopping situation here in Arizona versus what it was like in Vancouver, Canada, where I previously lived. First of all, I found the secondhand clothes in Vancouver were almost the same price as buying brand new clothes, and also the selection wasn't as incredible. That's just my experience, but seeing as there's 10 times the population in the US and just an abundance of everything, that doesn't surprise me. I'm not sure what it's like in other states, but Arizona seems to be incredible when it comes to secondhand shopping. All right, the next thing I love about it is the variety and the creativity aspect that that brings when it comes to cultivating a unique sense of style and just having fun with fashion. You're not just limited to buying whatever happens to be at the mall or whatever happens to be on trend this season. You can choose clothes that are from the 70s and 80s if you want, and you can choose clothes from summer, winter, spring, fall, any season, mix and match, and just, you know, you're not limited to what's in style, what certain cuts of clothes are in style right now. Sometimes I'll find that what happens to be in style right now maybe is not the most flattering look on me, or it just doesn't make me feel my best. So it's really cool to be able to choose from such a huge range of different styles of clothing. I just love that. Also, every store you go into has a totally unique mix of items. You never know what you're gonna find. So there's that fun, like, treasure hunt aspect of surprise in it. I've had times where I'll find something that's totally different than what I normally would go for, but it's so unique, like maybe a 1970s floral dress, and I'm just like, okay, why don't I just try it on? And that way you can have a really customized wardrobe and have, you know, unique clothes that probably no one else has. And so for me, it's just really fun. I've always loved fashion. Back when I was a kid and I was watching the Spice Girls sing, or, you know, watching Clueless, those are the two things that I can really pinpoint in my mind as what got me really into fashion. And I still find it really fun, but I do love that creativity aspect. Sometimes it feels boring to walk into a mall and you just see rows and rows of the same kind of thing. I've also found clothes that are from other parts of the world, which I think is super cool. Things that I'm pretty sure aren't even sold here in North America. I recognize brands of clothes that are sold in Australia and Asia and Europe that I saw when I was traveling and fell in love with, and I found pieces from those designers here. When you're buying secondhand clothes, maybe you're buying an item that someone bought on their vacation halfway around the world, which I just think is so cool. The variety is definitely one of my favorite aspects of it. And
all right, okay, we're not gonna watch the whole video because it's quite long, and we got still some ground to cover right here. But Giovanna, let me ask you this. What aspect did you find more interesting of the ones she talked about?
There are kinds of clothes.
Oh, it's really robotic. I don't know why, Giovanna, your audio is kind of robotic. Let me see. Can you try one more time, Giovanna? See if it got better.
Yeah, kinds of clothes.
Yeah, I couldn't understand anything. Anyway, okay, sorry about that, Giovanna. I'm gonna go ahead and ask Bia. Bia, what do you find, like, what was the most interesting point this girl made? Or if you have anything that is more interesting about buying secondhand clothes?
It's good because you're not helping produce more things. You can reuse. So I think that is a good point, but I don't think that I would buy all of my clothes like her, like what she's doing. I don't think so.
Right. Okay, it's good for the environment. You raised a very good point. It's good for the environment because when you're buying, like, you're not buying a brand new thing, right? You're buying thing that already exists. So it's not gonna use resources that we have, okay? Nice point. All right, guys, we're going to do an activity that is very similar to the one we just did right now. But instead of a video, we're going to read this article, right? Junk shop junkies, why secondhand has become so desirable. What you're gonna do is you're going to read this article and you're going to underline the advantages, right? The advantages of buying secondhand clothes, okay? Reasons, give reasons for buying. What are the reasons for buying secondhand clothes? And we're gonna discuss a little bit if you agree with the author or not, okay? So I'm gonna allow you some time to do this activity, all right? And then we'll discuss about it. Do you have any questions about the task? Anybody? David, Brian, Ana Paula, Giovanna? No questions? I think what happened to Gabriel? Gabriel is out. Oh, come on. Okay, girls.
Me do what I want when I come through. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you. I spent last night on the last flight to you. I took a whole day up, trying to get way up. Ooh. We spent the daylight trying to make things right between us. But now it's all good, babe. Roll that backward, babe. Let me blow. Yeah, these girls like you roll around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love fun and yeah, me do what I want when I come through. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you. Maybe it's 6:45. Maybe I'm barely alive. Maybe you're taking my shit for the last time. Yeah. Maybe I know that I'm drunk. Maybe I know you're the one. Maybe I'm thinking it's better if you drive. Oh, 'cause girls like you run around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah.
Not too long ago, I was dancing for dollars. No, it's really real if I let you meet my mama. You don't want a girl like me, I'm too crazy. But every other girl you meet is fugazi. I'm sure them other girls were nice enough, but you need someone to spice it up. So who you gonna call? Cardi? Come and rev it up like a Harley. Why is the best crew always forbidden? I'm coming to you now doing 20 over the limit. The red light, stop. I don't play when it comes to my heart, let's get it though. I don't really want a white horse in a carriage. I'm thinking more white horses and carriage. I need you right here, 'cause every time you fall, I play with this kitty like you play with your guitar.
Girls like you run around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love fun, yeah. Me do what I want when I come through. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah.
guys need more time, guys? Do you need more time? Guys?
No, I don't think. For me, I don't need, but if someone needs.
All right, let's go ahead and discuss in group, right? Let's discuss in group. So, what are some of the reasons for buying secondhand, Bia, that you found? No, not Bia, David, that you found in this article.
Because it's cheaper and it's something you can use for a long time.
Okay, okay. Do you agree with the author? Do you agree with him, David?
A little, because to be honest, I don't care much for clothes. It's like if I can use, it's good for me.
Okay, all right. So doesn't matter to you, like if you have one shirt and one shorts or pants for you, you're gonna use it forever.
Yeah.
All right, all right. How about you, Paula? Paula, are you there?
Yeah, it's low.
Okay, how about you, Paula? Do you agree with his choices, with his options? Oh, I'm sorry, his opinions for buying secondhand clothes? With the author's opinion?
It's interesting.
It's interesting. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. How about you, Bia? No, sorry. Go ahead, Paul. Go ahead.
I like this option, buy second-hand clothes.
Okay. All right, Bia, what's your opinion about secondhand shopping?
I see his point, but the thing about sustainability and the fact that he knows that his money is going to charity for charity, but I wouldn't agree the whole thing because I wouldn't do. So I don't want to be I forgot the name in English, like hipócrita.
A hypocrite.
Hypocrite.
You don't
because
want to be
I agree, but I wouldn't do.
You wouldn't buy secondhand clothes?
Not clothes, but other things I would. Like he said that the decoration was secondhand. And I think that is something really cool that we were seeing before break about some stuff that he used it in removed to put in his decoration. So I would use, but not clothes, I think.
Clothes, no. And why is that? Why you wouldn't buy clothes?
I don't know. I think because first I think that I want something just mine, and I like to buy some clothes there I really like, and I think I don't like this thing of being hunting clothes, and it's not something that attracts me. Yeah, I think this is just I don't know, it's priority. I don't know.
Okay. All right, Giovanna, do you think, can you communicate, Giovanna? Is it better? Try to speak.
I don't know.
It's better. It is. Okay, Giovanna, do you think it's gross that people use secondhand clothing, like someone used, and then you're gonna use it, a clothes that someone used? Do you think that is kind of gross?
It's common. I know a lot of people that use secondhand clothes, okay. But I never used.
You never wore secondhand
yes.
clothes? All clothing that you've used your whole life were yours? Okay.
Actually, not like my cousin's clothes, some clothes that they gave me that they used, but not buying secondhand clothes.
Okay. So you don't think it's gross? You don't think it's disgusting to use somebody else's clothes?
No, I think depends on the situation. Like some clothes are in good conditions.
All right. Okay. Cool. Nice. 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 Do you know? Let me ask, Brian. Are you there, Brian? Brian, are you there? Brian.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know, Brian, in your region, in your area, the area where you live, do you know any secondhand store? It doesn't have to be clothing, can be anything. It can be any type of secondhand store. Do you know one?
No.
No? How about you guys? Can anyone here in this group know a secondhand store?
My region, there are.
Okay. Is it a clothing store or something else?
Clothes, and fortune, how can I say mobilia?
How can I say what?
Mobilia.
Oh, furniture?
Furniture and furniture.
Okay, furniture. Okay.
And hand, a clothes, né? Hand clothes. Hench a clothes. Hench.
What is that?
Hench de alugar.
Oh, rent. Oh, you can rent. Oh, a place like you rent dresses for weddings, for parties, like something like that.
Rent.
Yeah, it's called brechó too, right? People call brechó. People call brechó that too, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's right. Anybody else? Do you know any other place, guys, in the region where you live? There's a secondhand store. Doesn't have to be clothing. Anybody?
I don't think so. I know a church nearby that they do some brechó sometimes, but it's not always.
Okay. All right. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Nope. Yeah, usually churches, they do that, right? They ask the people in their community to donate clothes, and then they do a brechó. But then it's a beneficent, right? It has a different intention. It has the intention to help people, right? And there are other some thrifty stores. They do that. There's a famous one in the United States called Salvation Army. So people donate to the Salvation Army, and then Salvation Army sells it for a very cheap price. You can find some good stuff there, and the money, they use the money to help. Okay, Salvation Army. That's one kind of thrifty store in America. I used to buy a lot of stuff from Salvation Army. All right. Usually from deceased people. So you think about that, like when you first buy, like, oh my God, that shirt belonged to a dead guy. But after a while, you just don't think about it anymore. All right, so let's go now for some activities that are good, like a good practice for FCE, right? For our FCE exams. And we're gonna go to page 78, okay, guys? Listen to people talk in different situations. Listen to people talk in different situations. For each question, choose A, B, or C according to what you hear, okay? That's very simple. You guys are used to this type of activities, okay? Have only 3 options and have to choose one of the 3. Very simple. It's a conversation. It's usually a small conversation. You have to figure out, you have to be able to interpret the conversation and choose the best choice. All right, any questions, guys? Any questions related to the task? Yes or no?
No.
No? Okay, all right, so let's go straight to the task. track 21. We're gonna put it 2 times, okay? I'm gonna put 1 and a second time. I'm gonna give you guys 30 seconds to look through the questions and the options, okay? So go ahead and take your time. I'm gonna give you like 30 or 40 seconds before I play it. All right, let's go.
Unit 5, Language Workout 4, Listening. Conversation 1. Bruce, you're not going to believe what I found.
What did you find?
A mint condition, black, 1965 Porsche 356.
Is it for sale?
Not anymore. It's mine.
Wow, congrats, Mike. I'm really happy for you.
Thanks, man.
How long had you been after this car?
For over 20 years.
Well, this calls for a celebration.
Sorry, man, but I'll have to pass. That Porsche cost me an arm and a leg. There'll be no steak dinners for me for some time.
Forget about it, Jim. We're celebrating. Dinner is on me.
No, that wouldn't be right.
Nonsense. You can pay me with a ride in your new car.
Deal. Thanks, Bruce. Conversation 2.
Mike, where are you? Everyone's waiting for you.
I'll be just a minute.
You said that 20 minutes ago. The food is getting cold, son.
Tell them I had a flat tire.
I'm sorry, but I'm out of excuses. I can't cover up for you every time you mess things up. You promised to be here for lunch, so be here.
Okay, I'm leaving right now. Go on and start without me.
You know I can't do that. It's Thanksgiving. Your mother would never start without you.
Well, Dad, I can't teleport to your place. I'm already on my way, and I'll be along as soon as I can.
All right. I'll see if we can serve some appetizers. But hurry up.
Conversation 3.
Hey, this isn't funny. I need my phone.
What are you talking about, Steve?
You bozos took my freaking phone. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, listen, man. Chill out. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't lie to me, Jeff. I know you're in on the joke.
I was with you the whole time. But if you don't trust me, you can search me.
It's okay. I'll believe you for now. But if I find out you had anything to do with this, you're so dead.
Jeez, man, relax. I'll help you find your phone. Let's go talk to Ramirez. He's always up to something. If he didn't do it, then he knows who did.
Conversation 4.
Hi, Sarah. You have a minute?
Sure, what's up?
Can you do me, like, a huge favor?
What is it?
I couldn't finish my history homework, and it's due this afternoon. Can you lend me yours so I can use it as a reference?
You mean so you can copy it, right?
Well, yeah.
Peter, this is the second time in 2 weeks. Mr. Arnold is on to us. He's not stupid, you know?
If he finds out I copied your homework, I'll tell him I stole your notebook without your permission. So it'll be all on me.
Okay, here you are. But this is the last time. Do you hear me?
Okay, last time. I hear you loud and clear.
Conversation 5. And then the last thing we need to do is connect this power line to the main feed so that the whole system can come to life. Sean, are you listening?
Yeah, sure. Power line, system, come to life.
Let's take a quick break, everyone. Sean, can I talk to you?
Look, I'm sorry, Mr. Young. I'm trying very hard, but I'm not feeling so good. I've got this massive headache, and it's killing me.
Are you on painkillers?
Yeah, a ton of them.
For crying out loud, son, we deal with electricity in this course. The real thing. And it's dangerous.
I know, sir. This class is very important to me. That's why I didn't want to miss it.
So you stuff yourself full of drugs and stumble in here like a zombie? Painkillers make you sleepy, boy, and you don't want to be sleepy next to a power line. Go home and get some rest.
Let me just wash my face then. I really don't want to miss the class.
You're missing it already. Don't worry. I can work with you overtime if you're up for that. Just get out of here and go home. Conversation 6.
I know that look on your face. You're up to something, aren't you?
Blasphemy! How can you say that?
Because, in case you don't recall, I gave birth to you and raised you and watched you pretty much every day of your entire life.
Well, you've got a good point, Mom. You're right. I am up to something. Do you remember that boy I told you about, Leonard?
Yes. What are you up to?
I'm going to make him ask me out.
How exactly do you intend to do that?
I'm going to tell him I have an extra ticket for a movie premiere because my friend Jane is sick and can't go.
Poor Jane. I hope it's nothing serious.
Mom, it's nothing. She's okay. It's an excuse for him to take me to the movies, remember?
Wouldn't it be simpler if you asked him out?
Of course not. I don't want him to think that I want to go out with him. I want him to think that I'd consider going out with him if he asked. You know the way boys think. I don't want him to think I'm, well, you know, easy.
Oh my. Lily, are you sure I'm the old person in this conversation? Honey, times have changed.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you go there, talk to this boy, tell him you're only out for a good time, and ask him to go to the movies with you.
But what if he thinks I'm...
Stop. I asked your father out, and he didn't think anything less of me. Quite the contrary. He thought I was cooler than most of the other girls. And that was over 2 decades ago. It's a lot simpler than you think.
Well, I guess you're right. After all, you're always right.
Not always, but this time I think my way is going to be simpler and faster.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
All right, guys, let's listen one more time. Was it easy, hard? What do you guys think? Was fairly easy, so-so? Anybody? Paula? So-so? So-so? All right, let's listen one more time and
So.
Finish it up what we started. Just the 5 I didn't get it. Okay, nice. Let's listen again.
Unit 5. Language Workout 4. Listening. Conversation 1. Bruce, you're not going to believe what I found.
What did you find?
A mint condition, black, 1965 Porsche 356.
Is it for sale?
Not anymore. It's mine.
Wow, congrats, Mike. I'm really happy for you.
Thanks, man.
How long had you been after this car?
For over 20 years.
Well, this calls for a celebration.
Sorry, man, but I'll have to pass. That Porsche cost me an arm and a leg. There'll be no steak dinners for me for some time.
Forget about it, Jim. We're celebrating. Dinner is on me.
No, that wouldn't be right.
Nonsense. You can pay me with a ride in your new car.
Deal. Thanks, Bruce. Conversation 2.
Mike, where are you? Everyone's waiting for you.
I'll be just a minute.
You said that 20 minutes ago. The food is getting cold, son.
Tell them I had a flat tire.
I'm sorry, but I'm out of excuses. I can't cover up for you every time you mess things up. You promised to be here for lunch, so be here.
Okay, I'm leaving right now. Go on and start without me.
You know I can't do that. It's Thanksgiving. Your mother would never start without you.
Well, Dad, I can't teleport to your place. I'm already on my way, and I'll be along as soon as I can.
All right. I'll see if we can serve some appetizers. But hurry up.
Conversation 3.
Hey, this isn't funny. I need my phone.
What are you talking about, Steve?
You bozos took my freaking phone. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, listen, man. Chill out. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't lie to me, Jeff. I know you're in on the joke.
I was with you the whole time. But if you don't trust me, you can search me.
It's okay. I'll believe you for now. But if I find out you had anything to do with this, you're so dead.
Jeez, man, relax. I'll help you find your phone. Let's go talk to Ramirez. He's always up to something. If he didn't do it, then he knows who did.
Conversation 4.
Hi, Sarah. You have a minute?
Sure, what's up?
Can you do me, like, a huge favor?
What is it?
I couldn't finish my history homework, and it's due this afternoon. Can you lend me yours so I can use it as a reference?
You mean so you can copy it, right?
Well, yeah.
Peter, this is the second time in 2 weeks. Mr. Arnold is on to us. He's not stupid, you know?
If he finds out I copied your homework, I'll tell him I stole your notebook without your permission. So it'll be all on me.
Okay, here you are. But this is the last time. Do you hear me?
Okay, last time. I hear you loud and clear.
Conversation 5. And then the last thing we need to do is connect this power line to the main feed so that the whole system can come to life. Sean, are you listening?
Yeah, sure. Power line, system, come to life.
Let's take a quick break, everyone. Sean, can I talk to you?
Look, I'm sorry, Mr. Young. I'm trying very hard, but I'm not feeling so good. I've got this massive headache, and it's killing me.
Are you on painkillers?
Yeah, a ton of them.
For crying out loud, Sean, we deal with electricity in this course. The real thing, and it's dangerous.
I know, sir. This class is very important to me. That's why I didn't want to miss it.
So you stuff yourself full of drugs and stumble in here like a zombie? Painkillers make you sleepy, boy, and you don't want to be sleepy next to a power line. Go home and get some rest.
Let me just wash my face then. I really don't want to miss the class.
You're missing it already. Don't worry. I can work with you overtime if you're up for that. Just get out of here and go home. Conversation 6.
I know that look on your face. You're up to something, aren't you?
Blasphemy! How can you say that?
Because, in case you don't recall, I gave birth to you and raised you and watched you pretty much every day of your entire life.
Well, you've got a good point, Mom. You're right. I am up to something. Do you remember that boy I told you about, Leonard?
Yes. What are you up to?
I'm going to make him ask me out.
How exactly do you intend to do that?
I'm going to tell him I have an extra ticket for a movie premiere because my friend Jane is sick and can't go.
Poor Jane. I hope it's nothing serious.
Mom, it's nothing. She's okay. It's an excuse for him to take me to the movies, remember?
Wouldn't it be simpler if you asked him out?
Of course not. I don't want him to think that I want to go out with him. I want him to think that I'd consider going out with him if he asked. You know the way boys think. I don't want him to think I'm, well, you know, easy.
Oh my. Lily, are you sure I'm the old person in this conversation? Honey, times have changed.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you go there, talk to this boy, tell him you're only out for a good time, and ask him to go to the movies with you.
But what if he thinks I'm...
Stop. I asked your father out, and he didn't think anything less of me. Quite the contrary. He thought I was cooler than most of the other girls. And that was over 2 decades ago. It's a lot simpler than you think.
Well, I guess you're right. After all, you're always right.
Not always, but this time I think my way is going to be simpler and faster.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
All right. That is a pretty long listening activity, isn't it? Jesus. Took over 10 minutes just in audio alone. Let's go ahead and check the answer, boys and girls. So, Gabriel is not here, right? Brian, what is the answer for the number 1? A, B, or C?
I think it's letter B.
Do you guys agree or disagree?
I think it's
letter
C, and that is the correct one. Letter C, guys. All right. How about you, Paula? Well, number 2. Paula? Paula's not here. Okay, Bia, what's the answer to number 2?
Letter A.
Yep, that's right. Giovanna, number 3. Giovanna? Are you there, Giovanna? Giovanna? I think she's having a problem with her microphone. David, number 3.
Letter B.
B, very good. Paula, number 4.
Letter A.
Letter A, very good. Brian, number 5.
Letter C.
Letter C, very good. And Bia, number 6.
Letter B.
Letter B, that's right, guys, that's right. Okay, we got 5 minutes left. So let's go for the next activity. Building blocks, okay? This time, we're going to learn about phrasal verbs with the verb to be, right? There's a lot of phrasal verbs using verb to be. And they use, the people in those conversations, they use those phrasal verbs. So you guys need to look at the activity 1. Activity 1, in conversation 1, Mike had been trying to get or find a car for over 20 years. What's the phrasal verb he uses? He uses a verb.
Been looking?
I've been looking for, but I think he uses another one very similar. He says, I've been after. Says, I've been after this car for over 20 years. And in conversation 2, Bruce tells Mike that he's going to pay for dinner. Okay, so he uses a phrasal verb to say the same thing, to say that he's paying for it. What do you think it is? Well, can you remember what is the phrasal verb with a verb to be that he uses? Do you guys remember? No? All right, if you don't remember, that's fine. If you don't remember, that's fine, because you're gonna play one more time. Try to pay attention to all the situations right here. All conversations. Each conversation has 2 situations, okay? Let's listen one more time.
Unit 5, Language Workout 4, Listening. Conversation 1.
Bruce, you're not going to believe what I found.
What did you find?
A mint condition, black, 1965 Porsche 356.
Is it for sale?
Not anymore. It's mine.
Wow, congrats, Mike. I'm really happy for you.
Thanks, man.
How long had you been after this car?
For over 20 years.
Well, this calls for a celebration.
Sorry, man, but I'll have to pass. That Porsche cost me an arm and a leg. There'll be no steak dinners for me for some time.
Forget about it, Jim. We're celebrating. Dinner is on me.
No, that wouldn't be right.
Nonsense. You can pay me with a ride in your new car.
Deal. Thanks, Bruce.
Conversation 2. Mike, where are you? Everyone's waiting for you.
I'll be just a minute.
You said that 20 minutes ago. The food is getting cold, son.
Tell them I had a flat tire.
I'm sorry, but I'm out of excuses. I can't cover up for you every time you mess things up. You promised to be here for lunch, so be here.
Okay, I'm leaving right now. Go on and start without me.
You know I can't do that. It's Thanksgiving. Your mother would never start without you.
Well, Dad, I can't teleport to your place. I'm already on my way, and I'll be along as soon as I can.
All right. I'll see if we can serve some appetizers. But hurry up.
Conversation 3.
Hey, this isn't funny. I need my phone.
What are you talking about, Steve?
You bozos took my freaking phone. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, listen, man. Chill out. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't lie to me, Jeff. I know you're in on the joke.
I was with you the whole time. But if you don't trust me, you can search me.
It's okay. I'll believe you for now. But if I find out you had anything to do with this, you're so dead.
Jeez, man, relax. I'll help you find your phone. Let's go talk to Ramirez. He's always up to something. If he didn't do it, then he knows who did.
Conversation 4.
Hi, Sarah. You have a minute?
Sure, what's up?
Can you do me, like, a huge favor?
What is it?
I couldn't finish my history homework, and it's due this afternoon. Can you lend me yours so I can use it as a reference?
You mean so you can copy it, right?
Well, yeah.
Peter, this is the second time in 2 weeks. Mr. Arnold is on to us. He's not stupid, you know?
If he finds out I copied your homework, I'll tell him I stole your notebook without your permission. So it'll be all on me.
Okay, here you are. But this is the last time. Do you hear me?
Okay, last time. I hear you loud and clear.
Conversation 5. And then the last thing we need to do is connect this power line to the main feed so that the whole system can come to life. Sean, are you listening?
Yeah, sure. Power line, system, come to life.
Let's take a quick break, everyone. Sean, can I talk to you?
Look, I'm sorry, Mr. Young. I'm trying very hard, but I'm not feeling so good. I've got this massive headache, and it's killing me.
Are you on painkillers?
Yeah, a ton of them.
For crying out loud, Sean, we deal with electricity in this course. The real thing, and it's dangerous.
I know, sir. This class is very important to me. That's why I didn't want to miss it.
So you stuff yourself full of drugs and stumble in here like a zombie? Painkillers make you sleepy, boy, and you don't want to be sleepy next to a power line. Go home and get some rest.
Let me just wash my face then. I really don't want to miss the class.
You're missing it already. Don't worry. I can work with you overtime if you're up for that. Just get out of here and go home. Conversation 6.
I know that look on your face. You're up to something, aren't you?
Blasphemy! How can you say that?
Because, in case you don't recall, I gave birth to you and raised you and watched you pretty much every day of your entire life.
Well, you've got a good point, Mom. You're right. I am up to something. Do you remember that boy I told you about, Leonard?
Yes. What are you up to?
I'm going to make him ask me out.
How exactly do you intend to do that?
I'm going to tell him I have an extra ticket for a movie premiere because my friend Jane is sick and can't go.
Poor Jane. I hope it's nothing serious.
Mom, it's nothing. She's okay. It's an excuse for him to take me to the movies, remember?
Wouldn't it be simpler if you asked him out?
Of course not. I don't want him to think that I want to go out with him. I want him to think that I'd consider going out with him if he asked. You know the way boys think. I don't want him to think I'm, well, you know, easy.
Oh my. Lily, are you sure I'm the old person in this conversation? Honey, times have changed.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you go there, talk to this boy, tell him you're only out for a good time, and ask him to go to the movies with you.
But what if he thinks I'm...
Stop. I asked your father out, and he didn't think anything less of me. Quite the contrary. He thought I was cooler than most of the other girls. And that was over 2 decades ago. It's a lot simpler than you think.
Well, I guess you're right. After all, you're always right.
Not always, but this time I think my way is going to be simpler and faster.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
All right, boys and girls, let's finish this. Let's finish. Giovanna, are you there? Oh, poor Giovanna. She's trying to say something, but she can't. Okay, we're gonna do it for you. Okay, Giovanna? With you. You did, but you can't communicate. So, in conversation one, we did it already. Bia said it. Mike had been what? Been after a car for over 20 years. And again, in conversation one, Bruce tells Mike he's going to pay for dinner. He says, it's on me. Yes, it's on me. Very good, Bia. Since you're there, Bia, how about why don't you do conversation twos, both conversation twos? The father says has no more excuses.
I didn't do this one, but I did the second.
Okay, this one he says I'm out of excuses. I'm out of excuses. Okay, I'm out of excuses. What's the second one?
I'll be long as soon as I can.
The son tells his father he will be what? He will what?
I didn't hear this part.
He will, I'll be along. Okay, I'll be along. Yeah, Giovanna, I noticed that. Okay, in conversation three, now Ana Paula, conversation three. Paula? In conversation three, Jeff assured his friend he is on a joke. Bia, I saw you, Bia. I saw you. Too late. Too late. Is on a joke. And in conversation three again, Paula, Jeff explained that Ramirez is...
I don't know.
Is up to something. Is up to something. Okay, is up to something. I know you're up to something. Where are you up to? Okay, conversation four. Brainer. Sarah tells Peter that Mr. Arnold
I don't know.
Suspect something's going on.
Teacher, can you repeat number three?
Number three, both?
Both.
Okay, Jeff assures his friend he's on something. He is on something. Okay? And Jeff explained that Ramirez is up to something. Up to something. Okay? In conversation four, Brian, Sarah tells Peter that Mr. Arnold is onto us or onto them. Okay? It's onto them. That means he's suspecting something's going on. He's on top of them. He's onto them. He's on top of things. Also, Brian, in conversation four, did you do the second one, Brian?
No.
No? Peter promises that if they are discovered, it will be on him. He says, it's on me. Okay, it's on me. Okay, you can put the blame on me. You can put the blame on me. All right. Number five. Oh, where's David? David. David, are you not here, David? Oh, David's not here. Bia, let's go. Number five. The teacher asked if Sean.
I just did the second again.
You did the second again? But
yeah.
If you watch movies, like American movies, usually like people do drugs Like people say, dude, are you on drugs? Are you on drugs? Right? And what's the second one? The teacher offers to work with Sean overtime if he's willing.
Is the part that he say you're missing it already?
No. When you're willing to do something, you're up for something, up for it. Okay? If I say, hey guys, let's have our online classes at night next Saturday. Are you guys up for it? Are you up for it? That means, are you willing to do it? Do you want to do it? Okay, are you up for it? And number six, Bia, since you're there, number 6, the mother suspects her daughter is secretly planning something.
You're up to something?
Up to something, okay, up to something. And the mother encourages the daughter to say she is only trying to have a good time.
You're out for a good time.
Out for a good time. Very good, Bia. Very good. You hear those phrasal verbs all the time. If you guys Americans, at least Americans, they use it a lot in movies, in songs, you know. It's an everyday phrasal verb. It's used a lot. It's used a lot, okay? All right, guys, so that's it for today. We are almost over with Unit 5. We have just a couple of activities, and we're gonna finish last class. So, if you guys are up to it, you can start doing Unit 5, the homework activity, okay? All right? So this is your homework for today. Start doing Unit 5, do as much as possible. Okay. So next class, you guys can send it, okay? All right, let's go ahead. I know you guys don't like it, but please, guys, please, let's take that beautiful picture. Let's take that nice picture you always do. Are you guys up to it? Are you up for a nice picture? Please say yes. Please say yes. Bia. Giovanna, do you have a camera? Oh, Giovanna doesn't have a camera.
I will have to say no, teacher.
Oh, come on, you guys. You guys are never gonna be on the, how do you call it? What's the name of that social media, social network? Instagram. You guys are never gonna be on CNA's Instagram. You guys don't wanna be famous or nothing? No?
No.